You can be in it if you want. You got some stuff to say on the topic.
Hi, host Eric here, and we're cutting to the chase. We've been talking a lot lately, and the gist of it seems to be yep, ENTPs are the best of all the 16 types. We've done the math, we've done the calculations, we've kept the scores, we've made the determinations. Best type of all 16 is, in fact, no biased judges here. We've come to a conclusion that is unavoidable and inevitable and true, which is ENTPs are the best of the 16 types. The question now becomes why? Well, I've got a reason, and I think my fellow ENTPs in attendance will help me provide additional reasons. My first reason is the reason of the improvisational skill that, unlike other types, when called upon to generate words in the moment about something, it doesn't matter what it is, the ENTP will be sure to fill your ears and head with plenty of words. We can talk about just about anything, and we don't even need to know anything about it. We can still provide great, insightful wisdom about it while knowing absolutely nothing. It's a remarkable skill, a skill that only the ENTP features amongst its top skills. Taylor, thoughts on the ENTP personality type?
I'd just like to point out that as a naturally combative type, the fact that 100% of ENTPs agree with other ENTPs that ENTPs are the best type just shows the magnitude of the rightness of the judgment that we've made.
Because otherwise, we disagree about it if there was something to disagree about, right?
If there's anything that our TI can dig into and scrape off, we will. And we just couldn't. No one could find an issue with ENTPs being the best type. And
Okay,
for the
so
best type, it's very profound.
it's falsifiable and it's been proven true instead of falsified. That's the best kind of true, is the proven kind. I've been asked, is it recording? Well, who was in charge of recording it? An ENTP. So is it recording? Yeah, of course it is.
Oh,
Okay,
absolutely.
Nick, now tell us, what is another reason why the ENTP is in fact the best personality type of the 16 types?
Well, because host Eric, and I'm gonna use you two as examples. You're very good at leading the conversation that others often want to have, meaning get an intuitive feel for what needs to happen in any given situation and bring it to the forefront, whether it is uncomfortable or not talked about when everybody's beating around the topic. You will bring it to the forefront and it will be addressed.
So you're demonstrating the kind of fluid economy of language that the NTP is the master of, and particularly the ENTP, when called upon in the moment, provides some sort of discourse. I want to commend you for your excellent display of ENTP-ness. And
Oh,
that's
thank you.
why, in fact, this is the ENTP-ness party, in which we display the nature, the truth, the wonder, the glory, the beauty, and the thrusting force of the ENTP moving through a reality in both the physical and metaphysical planes. Taylor, thoughts?
Just a question, actually. What type do you think is the biggest fan of ENTP penises?
Hmm. Well, INFJs love an ENT penis. When
Those
it
can.
INFJs of all sorts. Also, I'd say INFPs, ISTPs, ESTPs, ENFJs, ESFJs, INTJs, INTPs. Pretty much all of them. Yeah.
Did you add in there?
So, do we want any closing comments about a type that some people just call Messiah, the
I got it.
ENTP?
You guys are
Yes?
the
My,
best. You guys are the best in bed.
Hmm.
Take
that's
it,
for certain.
take it from.
I tried to disprove that hypothesis, but
No one's surprised about the content of her statement. I am surprised that the statement came out at all
I
because
mean,
she doesn't have the fluidity of language.
There is ENT penises being said, so it just kind of like.
truth rises to the top. Host Taylor, truth rises to the top.
Truth
Um,
rest.
What is their
I,
kryptonite? What is the ENTP's kryptonite?
deep, deep, strong feelings, especially towards someone of the opposite sex.
Not mine.
I would say
Is mine, anyhow.
my kryptonite is crying.
Mm.
Not your kryptonite, not Nick's kryptonite, the ENTP's kryptonite.
Boredom.
It varies.
I mean,
It does
I'm with
vary.
Nick on the women bit.
We don't share a uniform kryptonite. Each of ours is tailor made for our own damage and insecurities and failures.
Well, and a lot of times our kryptonite changes because one thing that, the ultimate ENTP-ness is getting yourself into ridiculous situations and saving it at the end or midway through.
This is in all sorts of spots.
Which everybody in here has. I've heard people say it about me, Taylor, and less Eric. But our initial, the initial response or that first impression we give is often changed, after the fact. People might think we're a bit arrogant or assholes and come off too strong, only to find that we do have some sweet sugar in the inside and that we mean well.
That's
You
our
get-
nougat.
They just need to lick our moisture a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, I would add that one reason why we don't like to be pinned down is because we do believe in our capacity that insofar as we are able to identify weak spots or vulnerabilities or failure areas, that we can mitigate or modify that set of behaviors. So either make them less common or important or occurring less frequently because you don't have to deal with that shit anymore, whatever it is, or change the way we deal with it so that it ceases to be a problem. I don't think any self-respecting ENTP wants to persist in a non-optimal state of being.
No. And would you say then it is safe to say that our only kryptonite is ourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or meteors.
Or meteors?
Yeah.
Carrying actual kryptonite.
Or just even
We could
iron.
come up with ideas of how to stop such said meteor.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, we got shit to accomplish and stuff, and it's awesome.
That's something we delegate.
If a meteor takes me out, well, so be it. That's a noble ENTP way to go.
Out in a blaze of glory, it'll be badass and awesome. People will talk about it forever.
Now, if we both, if any of us had any kind of experience with that type of stuff in physics, then I'm sure we would be in the room telling everybody what to do. Give
But we
50
can
different
probably-
reasons.
Physics just
Greatest FE report ever is saving the world.
Well, look, first of all, let me just say that meteor doesn't take me out right away. It's got a fight on its hands, okay? All right? It's not going to catch me. It's probably going to hear it coming. I'm going to jump up. I'm going to jump on top of it. It'll bounce off the ground. I'll ride it up into the skyscrapers. I'll be punching it the whole time futilely. But nevertheless, as a sign of my defiance, shall I be punching it as it thrusts my body onto the spike of the Chrysler building.
Meanwhile, I have hijacked a plane and am heading towards Elon Musk's place. And
To
trying to get on
complain
board.
about my death, right? Because it's his fault for
Yep.
the meteor. You're going to try
Of
to
course.
sue him now to collect on my
I'm
death.
making a video on the way over there about the tragedy and how I'm going to miss my fellow ENTPs so much.
Right.
I'm gonna go shoot and avenge your death.
Okay, well, so that's how that story ends, folks. Thanks for watching this very special episode.
Oh,
on
I
why-
have to leave with saying we came up all this on the fly. So there's the ultimate ENTP-ness. Let that marinate, serenade for a minute.
Slap that on your face.